The next one I'm going to speak about, as I've already hinted, the whole purpose of it is to apparently get answers to questions that might not have answers.
Am I gonna get a big titty god girlfriend?
They'll answer you too, man. This one is called the Three Kings ritual, or the Three Kings game. This is the only game, by the way, that you actually need someone else for. All the other ones that I've compiled, you can do it alone. But this is the only one that you need someone else
This is a
to also
multiplayer one.
participate.
Yeah.
All you're gonna need is a large window, preferably, a large room, sorry, preferably with no windows, or if you do have windows, cover them up. Okay, you're gonna need a couple things as well. You're gonna need candles, a lighter, a bucket of water, a mug, two large mirrors, three chairs, an alarm clock, a fully charged phone, and then a sentimental object of your choice. This is the only one to have like a very specific start time. We're not saying like nighttime. We're saying 11 p.m. So if you want to play this game, you have to start it at 11 p.m. Okay, you have to place one of the chairs in the middle of this large empty room, facing north. See, it's already like a step up in terms of instructions, right? Now, with the other two chairs, you have to place it directly to the left and right of the first chair, and it has to be facing that chair too.
Okay.
And
So
the distance
the
between
main chair is facing north, and then the
yeah, so
other
it's
two
kind
are
of like a
facing each
triangle.
other.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of like a triangle. So the first chair is facing north, the other chairs are left and right of that, but it's also facing that
okay.
chair.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like a triangle.
Okay. Okay.
And the distance between each of those chairs should be an arm's length.
Okay. Pretty close, I guess.
Or roughly about like pretty much an arm's length, but just out of reach. Okay, so just think of it like that.
I don't like it already.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Once you've done that, place the mirrors on each chair, apart from the one that is facing north, because the one that is facing north is meant to be the throne. Okay, the game is called Three Kings. The chair that you're gonna sit on, the one facing north, is the throne.
Okay.
The ones on the left or right are for the the queen, and the fool. So you're the king, and to the left and right of you is the queen or the fool. Fool to the other person.
Oh,
or the
okay.
other
So
thing.
from there, it's always from
Alright.
everyone's perspective, right?
So from everyone's own perspective, they are the king.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit. Okay.
Alright.
I didn't know that one.
So, anyways, this is even we're skipping a few steps. You haven't even summoned them yet, but you just said this is the setup phase. Okay.
Okay.
So the way that the mirrors should be placed, you should be able to see your own reflection in both of them without looking directly into it. So once you're sat in the chair, if you can sit like facing forward.
Okay.
Oops, sorry
So
about
you
that.
can see two of the sides of you, right?
Yeah, but you can't look directly in the mirrors ever.
Shit. Okay.
Now, the water mug and the bucket should be in front of you, but barely out of reach. And the fan should be behind you on medium or low, and it should be turned on. Okay? Now, at this point, now that you've got all of that set up, you should turn off the lights in that room and leave with the doors left open, and then sleep with the candles, the lighter, your alarm, and your phone next to the bed. Okay? So you've left that room, and the state of that room should be entirely the same. You have to make sure, though, before you sleep, that your phone is charging, and that everything that you need is going to be there, right? And you should set your alarm for 3:30 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah? So let's recap. So you start at 11.
So do you have
start
to
the room.
sleep? Do you have to sleep?
You have to sleep.
Okay.
You have to actually sleep and be woken up by the alarm clock at 3:30 a.m. exactly. When you wake up at 3:30 a.m., that's when the game starts. Okay? So you have to turn off your alarm clock, but don't turn on your lights in that room. You have to just light up the candle and head straight to the room as quickly as you can. Okay?
Okay.
You have to make it in the throne by 3:33 a.m.
Okay.
So that gives you 3 minutes.
Yeah.
3 minutes to reach that throne.
So do you have to sleep in
And-
a separate room, or can you sleep on the same room?
Separate room. Has
Okay.
to be a separate room.
Okay.
Because the whole point is the room that you set up, there's checks that you'll have to look out for to know that it's successful afterwards. And I'll go into that, but let me just go
Okay,
through the
okay,
steps
okay.
first. But yeah, so you have to make it into the throne by 3:33 a.m. The entire time you have to hold that candle, right? Because that's your only source of light. Like every light in your house should be off. Okay? So you made it to that room. You had to sit in the throne, and the entire time, now that the setup is complete, you have to protect that candle in front of you because the fan is blowing behind you. You can't let that candle go out.
Oh.
So the room should be dimly lit, just lit by the candle, so that you can barely see your reflection. Like you can't really make out yourself. And the point is, you're not supposed to directly look at it anyways.
Yeah.
Because if you directly look at the mirror, you'll see what you've summoned, and they don't like that.
Okay.
Right? At that point, you have to just sort of like look in front of you into the darkness and just sort of let yourself drift, and that's when you can ask your questions. Oh, sorry, I missed that one point. You're not just holding the candle, you're also holding the object the entire time.
Oh, the
'Cause here's
sentimental
thing,
object, right?
Yeah. Because the thing is, when you're in like completely darkness and you're asking these questions,
Yeah.
you're not here anymore, you're in their realm. And
That's the only thing that connects you to.
yeah, like, and the only thing that's like anchoring you to ours still is your sentimental object and that candle.
Why would anyone want to do
And there's a
that?
fan behind you at all times, right? So if the candle goes out or you get lost, you're kind of fucked. But here's the thing, this game actually has like a way to come out, and the way you end the game is the other person has to call your name from outside the room. Okay, they have to call your name, and if that doesn't work, they have to call your phone, and if that doesn't work, as a last resort, they have to enter the room, not look at any of the mirrors and stuff. Okay, and they can't touch you either. They have to get the mug of water or the bucket, splash that on you, get you out your daze, and you both have to leave.
So they're just gonna have to bring you back to this realm.
Yeah, they have to come and get you basically, and you have to leave the entire house, not just the room, the entire house, and don't come back until 6 a.m. There are certain things that you have to look for when you wake up at 3:30 a.m. to know that you should go on with it. Because if at any point you find out that like something's wrong, you should just stop and leave and don't come back to the house until 6 a.m. Like don't even continue with the game. So if you wake up at 3:30 a.m. and your phone didn't charge, leave. If the alarm didn't go off at the right time, as in like 3:30 a.m. exactly, leave. If the door to the room that you set up, you know how like you had to leave it open?
Yeah.
If you go back there
It's closed.
and it's closed, leave. If you go into the room, the fan is off, leave.